Good morning.
How are you doing?
I am fine.
I want to let you introduce yourself to the public. I know you are the owner of a ShareJoy school.
All right, my name is Maple Vanessa Singh. I am the founder and owner of ShareJoy Group of Schools. We range from daycare, preschool, nursery years 1 and 2, and primary to grade 6. We tend to, not purposely, but we tend to have lots of boys because initially we started as an aftercare for early school leavers, adults who had issues with reading because my sister was the late librarian, chief librarian, Jillian Thompson, and it was her initiative that we bring literacy to our community. So that is how our school was birthed, and for some reason we tend to just have boys who were a bit troubled and all of these things, but I am grateful that the use of God in my life, that He's given me this purpose, and I see those boys, sometimes I don't remember all of them, but they're doing so well and contributing to society, and that's who we are. We're here for purpose.
Okay, so
That's who we are.
today we're focused on protecting the rights of children, especially, the boy child. And today we're having an important conversation about raising boys in today's world. While much attention is often placed on the challenges facing young girls, boys also face unique experiences, pressures, and vulnerabilities that deserve our attention and understanding. We as parents and caregivers, educators and community members, it is important that we create safe spaces for boys to express themselves, learn healthy values, and understand personal boundaries. Let's get into the conversation. What do you believe are the most important values to teach a young boy today?
Well, as a mother and an educator, I would say young boys need self-respect. We need to teach them kindness, self-control, honesty, some responsibility, and these kinds of things. I know we have intelligent boys. I know we have boys with talent, but characters that carries a person through life are those that we teach as parents. And it's not to say that having these things aren't wonderful, to have talent and all these different intelligence, but self-respect. So I feel, that's my personal feeling as a mother of a boy who I've tried to do the same things that I speak about. If a boy learns to respect himself, he will likely respect others. And I always say that we are not just raising children, boys, we're raising future kings, we're raising future men.
How do you create an environment where your son feels comfortable talking to you about difficult topics?
I believe children should talk without feeling or being judged. This is not saying that we shouldn't correct them or guide them, but we can't do that unless we know what's happening inside them. So it's all part of parenting, is to be open, to listen before we correct. And I wanted my son to know that there is no subject that's off limit. And that's what's happening today with our boys. And I wanted to be the safe space for my child.
And how do you teach your son about personal boundaries and respecting the boundaries of others?
I would say that every person deserves respect. And children, or boys as we call it, are human beings, like I would have said. And this includes, every person includes children. And I would also say that I've always taught my children, and you'll hear me responding from a place of where I am. I would teach my children from young that your body is not a toy. I always tell them that. And that nobody has the right to pull it, touch it, feel it, hold it, or make you uncomfortable in any way. Right? At the same time, I teach them that they must respect the boundaries of others, because respect goes both ways. But at the end of the day, I will hear and I will do what is necessary to protect them. For too long, we have taught our boys to hide their emotions.
At what age do you think conversations about body safety should begin, and why?
At school, we begin teaching our children about their body parts, and as they grow, this is my eye, my ears, even with the little songs. But as they get older, we start to teach them that they have special body parts. so that they understand that privacy, but in age appropriate ways. We want our children to understand that they should never feel ashamed of who they are, that they should always know that persons must have boundaries, like we would have said before, and they must be able to tell an adult that they trust if something feels off or not right.
What misconceptions do you think society has about boys and their emotional needs?
I think one of the biggest misconceptions they have is that boys are less emotional. I don't want to believe that at all. I know that boys feel deeply. As a mother and as a teacher, I've seen it. The reality is that every child needs love, encouragement, reassurance, support, and all these things. And boys are no different.
And so, what role do fathers, uncles, teachers, coaches, and other male role models play in a boy's development?
I would say boys can learn more from what we do than from what we see. So yes, uncles and all these other people can help to teach them respect, discipline, integrity. But the truth is, and this is something we need to face as a society, is that many families and communities have changed. I have always made my motto at my school that it takes a village. And because of the safety concerns that we have now going on and the breakdown of many support systems, we know that parents are often cautious as to who they want to leave their child around. And I can understand that. But I also believe that a child's development is holistic. And it takes that village, like I would have said. But unfortunately, in many places, the village is also broken. And we need to rebuild communities where positive role models can help our boys. And when the boys have these positive role models who genuinely, and I say it again, genuinely care about them and encourage them and lead by example, and that's in capital letters, it can make a tremendous difference.
If a boy discloses that he has been abused or violated, what do you think is the most important first response from a parent or a caregiver?
The first response, I can give you the best response. Why do I say this? A child who finds the courage to speak up in this society that we're living in should be met with support, with protection, and with assurance, And we should not immediately react with panic or anger. So we need to focus on the child's safety and well-being first and foremost. So as parents, I encourage that we know our children. We know when they're talking the truth, when they're lying, we know our children. Children need to know that they will be heard and taken seriously when they speak.
What message would you like every parent raising a boy to hear today?
Life is hard enough. The world is hard enough. They're already shortchanged in society enough. So I say raise your boys in love, respect, and purpose. Let them know that their voice matters. Let them know their feelings matter, their safety matters. The conversation that I have with boys in my school can protect them tomorrow.